Hello, clients, allies, retreat guests. It's Casey from my very frigid front porch in Northeast Ohio. January 2nd, beautiful day today. I just wanted to give you a few thoughts on intention setting, goal setting for this year. There's so much noise this time of year. And frankly, it's a big reason why I, as a coach, don't want to jump on that bandwagon of new year, new me, goal setting process, and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of value in that. However, I wanted to share a little bit about my journey with this stuff and how I think this could be a much more powerful opportunity for you at this time, specifically today. So today is actually a new moon in Capricorn. We'll get to that in a second. I attached to this email a very thoughtful, thorough commentary from Dr. Michael Lennox with my highlights in it because he is verbose in his analysis with things. So I wanted you to have the most clear, actionable steps within that commentary of how to leverage this new moon today in setting these intentions. So we think about intentions versus goals. There's a lot of value in setting goals, smart goals. We've heard a lot about, setting smart, measurable, actionable goals to get you to the desired result. That's important. That's a very masculine way of doing things. Nothing wrong with the masculine, that push for what we want to create. However, there is unquestionably a lot more power in knowing intuitively when to allow the divine plan to carry us forward towards things we never thought were even possible. So there's this dance that we can do between setting measurable results for the real world. For example, I have a family of 5. There are very real needs in terms of lower chakra needs, in terms of paying bills and setting financial goals to get the family where it needs to be. And then there's also this much more kind of ethereal part of my work, which is how many souls can I touch and reach and impact? And those things were never really worked out on paper for me. Those were more of that divine plan, divine gift. And if I think about what I want for each of you this year is to tap into more and more of that ethereal aspect of how many souls, how many lives can our work touch, knowing that all of our basic needs and our financial goals and all these other things will get taken care of in the process. However, when we hook our little cart to a much bigger horse of the divine plan and let that guide us and carry us forward, there's no limit to what we can create. And that's what I hoped to tap into in the book and around the fourth permission, connecting to the universal good. So I hope this makes sense in that there is value in setting smart, achievable goals because that is motivating. However, most of the time, those goals become demotivating. We set goals that our hearts are not really in. They're kind of set by cultural norms or expectations of what we should be achieving or what people on Instagram are achieving. That's not what we want to do here. We want to tap into something bigger inside ourselves, set big intentions for the year ahead, and just create a lot of power and beauty in the world. I think that's where meaning and fulfillment come from. I think that's where a ton of motivation comes from. And I know firsthand from last year is that that's where our biggest sense of just validation, fulfillment, and just holy crap, this is my life. This is what I get to do. That's where all that stuff comes from. So this is the process I'm in today. Take it for what you will, and I hope this is helpful for you. I want you to start by printing out what I attached to the email, Michael Lennox's commentary. It's 3 pages total with some highlights. Just read those through and just understand the power of this specific moment in setting intentions. Intentions are, I think of them more like a broad directional vision towards what we want to achieve and create, what's possible, versus this very limited brass tacks goal. I picture lists of goals that are this big and vast intentions are this big. So today's a great day energetically to set powerful intentions. When we get further into the year, I'll talk a little bit more about the lunar calendar and why my friend Elle Dooley, she really opened my head up to working more on a harvest calendar, lunar cycle, versus this limited solar calendar that we all work on. So solar calendar is our traditional calendar, January to December. Nothing wrong with this. There is a palpable sense of renewal we can harness right now where everything is new to set these powerful intentions for the year. So I don't want to discount that. However, I don't want to limit your goals and what you want to achieve to a pressure cooker co-opted by a lot of marketers 12-month calendar. What I mean by co-opted by a lot of marketers is we kind of fast forward from new year, new me right now to tax season into new, swimsuit season in June, then back to school and all this other stuff. It's like, well, what if we just shatter all that kind of cultural paradigm and we connect into this divine feminine kind of more lunar aspect of how the world has always worked and tap into those kind of bigger cycles. So that said, I want you to print this. I want you to just take your best shot at setting some intentions around what you intend to create this year, just at a high level, at a big level. Don't worry about the how, just worry about the what. Focus on the what. What do you want to create? We'll let the divine plan kind of sort out the how. This is a great opportunity for coaching, working with your coach. We could get real freaky with the how. The how always shows up, but what we are concerned with today is the what. And I would love for you to share some of these with me, what you come up with. So for example, at a high level, the past couple of days, I've been setting some intentions for my year. And I decided with my coach that this is the year of epic expansion. And I get to define what that looks like, but most importantly, I get to unwrap the divine gift and the surprise of what the hell does this look like? What is epic expansion? Is it in the business? Is it in my work? Is it in my body? Am I going to get even fatter? No, I'm just kidding. I do need to work on my health and well-being. That is a focus for this year. So do you get what I'm saying though? Today's about intentions. Get crazy with it. A couple other resources that might be helpful, or just a couple other thoughts on this, is I really got more deeply into my friend Jonathan Field's book, Sparked. Jonathan's work has been really consumed the last few years with finding the work for all of us that lights us up, the work that lights us up. And take your Sparketype assessment. It takes about 12 to 15 minutes. So for example, I am a performer Sparketype with a SAGE secondary, which means I am a performer and a teacher. I think it makes sense for me. And then also your anti-Sparketype. I will never be an essentialist, for example. Super helpful to know because I could hire out, find teams and people to augment my deficiencies so I can maximize my opportunities. But I think the Sparketype assessment is very, very helpful in informing how we want to design our work this year to maximize that time that we spend in our gifts versus all that lost time that we just tread water in our deficiencies. So check out Sparketypes. The last thing I'll leave you with is use this time at the start of the year, and it doesn't have to all be today or this weekend or whatever, but optimize your space and your environment to support what you want to create. So prior to becoming a published author last year, I had to really design all my workspaces and workflow to feel very authory. It was all about the work and the writing and the ideas and the inspiration and the workflow. Just tweaking and optimizing your workspace, your altar. It's a great time to reset your altar, to reset your bedroom, just to provide that really quality space to create the type of year you want to have. So those are my tips for you today: is harness the power of the new moon in Capricorn, do the intentions today, think about your space and how you want to get that into shape. If you have extra time and you want to do the Sparketype assessment, do it, because I think it'll really powerfully inform your work this year. And keep giving yourself all four permissions. I think that's what it's really about. We need to relax in this environment. We need to feel into what our new marching orders are. That's part of this process today. We need to find the audacity to glow in this darkness. I think we're already on the path to doing that. And most importantly, for the betterment of all of us, for all of humanity, we have to connect what we do into the universal good. It's not just about us. The part that's about us, those first three permissions, are in preparation for us to assemble into an integrated, unified whole. That is what's going to uplift the planet. That's what's going to create peace and prosperity and abundance for everybody, not just us privileged few. All right, so I'm sending love to your week. I can't wait to work with each of you. I can't wait to see you soon this week. I've really tired of just cleaning the kitchen constantly and picking up Legos. I'm ready to get back to work, and sending love to you. All right, hope this was helpful.